Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we will be covering an overview of UI UX design. You will learn what UI and UX mean, how they work together, and how they help create simple, user-friendly digital products. By the end of this session, you will have a clear, beginner-friendly understanding of UI UX design. Let's get started. So you are welcome to this course. We are starting with section 1, Introduction to UI UX Design and Figma. So we are looking at the first topic, which is Overview of UI UX Design, Beginner-Friendly Explanation. So this course is targeting beginners, complete beginners. So we are starting from the ground up. So this is a beginner-friendly course in UI UX Design. So let's get started. All right, I have something I've prepared already. Overview of UI UX design, beginner friendly explanation. What is UI UX design? UI UX design is the process of creating digital products that are easy to use, visually attractive, user friendly, functional, and enjoyable. UI and UX work together to improve the experience users have when using an application, website, or software. Examples of products that use UI UX design. We have mobile apps, websites, banking apps, e-commerce platforms, school portals, social media apps. So these products, they use UI UX design. Meaning of UI. UI means user interface. The user interface is everything the user can see and interact with on a screen. So everything the user can see and interact with on a screen is known as the UI. That is the user interface. So this includes buttons, colors, text, icons, images, menus, layouts. Simple explanation. UI is the visual appearance of an application or website. UI is just like the visual appearance of an application or website. So that is what UI means. So example, when you open Instagram or WhatsApp, the buttons you click, the colors you see, the arrangement of items, the navigation menus, all these are part of UI. So now we move to meaning of UX. UX means user experience. User experience focuses on how a user feels while using a product. It answers questions like, is the app easy to use? Is the navigation smooth? Can users achieve their goals easily? Is the experience frustrating or enjoyable? So when we are talking about UX, you are talking about user experience. Your experience using the products we mentioned earlier, like the website, apps. So your experience using it. So now you ask yourself, this app I just finished using, or this website I just visited, was it easy to navigate? The navigation, was it smooth? This app, is it easy to use? Now ask yourself, if you were able to achieve your goals easily, like now, for example, a banking app, for example, if you are using fintech apps like OPay, Money Points, PalmPay, and so on, and also using our traditional banking apps like, let's say, the First Bank in Nigeria, the First Bank, the UBA, bank, and so on. You notice that these fintech apps, since they don't have a physical location, so they invest a lot in their UX so that they want a user to do something. It's easier to make transfer, it's easier to make transaction with OPay than if you are using apps like the First Bank, the UBA Access. Not like it's bad, the apps are still okay. But I feel like the OPay, the money point, these guys have gone the extra mile to since they don't have a physical location. That's the only means they can serve you to work on the UX. So it's easier for you to achieve your goals using them. So that is what UX is all about. Is the app easy to use? Is the navigation smooth? Can users achieve their goals easily? Is the experience frustrating or enjoyable? So simple explanation, UX is the overall experience and satisfaction a user gets while using a product. Now, difference between UI and UX. UI, user interface, UX, user experience, focuses on appearance. So the UI focuses on appearance. The UX focuses on user satisfaction, whether a user is satisfied using this product. The the UI deals with colors, buttons, layout. Then the UX deals with usability and flow. So the UI makes product attractive. The UX makes product easy to use. So the UI visual design, the UX user interaction and experience. Easy analogy. Imagine entering a restaurant. The chairs, decorations, colors, and menu design represent the UI. So you go to a restaurant, the chairs, the decoration, the colors, how the environment is, how they are trying to make it welcoming. So this is just like like all the designs to make it welcome, to attract you. So this is the UI. Now, you go to the US, the way you are treated, how easy it is to order food, and your overall satisfaction represent the UX. So now in the restaurant now, you were able to there's some places you go, it will take time before someone come to attend to you. So but now there are some places you go, immediately you are there, you already seen someone coming to attend to you. Okay, they will give you their menu, you pick what you need. Before you know, they get it to you. Like the whole thing was just seamless, like very smooth. And you feel like I really enjoy myself in that restaurant. Not because of the how attractive the place is, but because they serve you better. So it was easy to order food and everything was, even the payment, the way you make your payment, they have options. Do you want to make with your card, transfer? So that is the UX. So both are important for a good experience. Why UI UX design is important? Good UI UX design helps improve user satisfaction, make products easy to use, increase customer trust. You don't play with this. A good UI UX will increase customer trust. There's how a customer, like if a customer should use your app, the overall experience will really build trust. If the for your business, like if the customer will come back the next day. So please don't play with this. Reduce confusion, increase engagement, improve business success. So UI UX design is very, very important. Example, if a banking app is difficult to use, user may stop using it and switch to another app. As easy as that. Good UI UX keeps user happy and comfortable. Characteristics of good UI UX design. A good design should be simple. Users should easily understand how to use it. Clean. The layout should not look crowded or confusing. Very important. Consistent. Buttons, colors, and styles should remain similar throughout the design. So we'll look at this in this course. Responsive. The design should work properly on phones, tablets, and computers. Accessible. People should be able to use it easily, including beginners. So your apps or your website should not only be only tech inclined people that can use it, computer inclined people that can use it. So even someone with zero knowledge of computer should be able to visit your apps and they know what to do. Visit your website, they know what to do. Examples of UI UX around students should look at. So in this course, you look at WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Jumia, Flutterwave, Opay. So look at all this. I ask you, I say, ask students. So I'm asking you now, what makes this app easy to use? Which app design do you like most and why? So this will help you understand UI UX practically. So roles of a UI UX designer. What job can you do? The UI UX designer is responsible for designing interfaces, improving user experience, creating wireframes, choosing colors and typography, conducting user research, testing designs, ensuring products are user friendly. So these are the roles of a UI UX designer. So if you are employed, so this is what is expected of you. Tools used in UI UX design. Some popular UI UX tools include Figma, Adobe SD, Sketch, Canva, Framer. So these are some popular UI UX design tools. But note, in this course, we will mainly use Figma because it is beginner friendly and widely used. So in this course, we are going to use Figma because Figma is beginner friendly and widely used. Is if you search a lot of UI UX design jobs, the requirement is always Figma. So it's the most popular, widely used. That's why we are going to use Figma in this course. So real life importance of UI UX skills. A UI UX design is one of the most in-demand digital skills today. A UI UX designer can work as freelancers. So you can just freelance, people bring jobs to you, you do it and deliver. So you can work remote designers, so you can work remotely at the comfort of your home, your country, work for companies in other countries. So product designers, app designers, website designers. So a UI UX designer can work as this. Many companies need UI UX designer to improve their digital products. So many companies they need you. They need a UI UX designer to improve their digital products like apps, website, and so on. So this is a very lucrative career. So it's a very lucrative skill. It's very important. So we've come to the end of the overview of UI UX design and so on. So what I'm going to do now is I will just I've said a lot. So I will just help you to look at how the UI UX design is. We are going to do it in this course, but just have a look at it. So so this is it. So this is it. So this is example of UI UX design. You can see UI UX design, think of it like this. Before building a house, you need to go to the architect. They will come, they will design the house. Then they now hand over the design to builders, those that are going to build the house. So those guys will now use the design to build the house. So now before an app is created, the first person in picture is a UI UX designer. So they will come to you guys, they will come to you. So now they want to design how the app is going to look like. So this is just like an app, a food app. So I want to design. When you are done designing this, you now hand it over to people we call front-end developers. So they will now use code to replicate what you just did and make it, they will to replicate all this, build it and put it on Play Store where users can go and download and make use of it. But you now, you are just designing like static, an image. So this image now, this design will now guide the developers. Okay, this is what I'm going to build. So a developer will not go and pass through the stress of designing. Okay, let's say you go to a developer. I want you to build a food app for me. They will tell you, okay, you need to work with UI UX designer. So that the one that is going to design everything. So they will tell you, you have to go and meet them. They will design. When you go and meet the UI UX designers, they will design everything. Then they will now hand over that design to the developers. The developers will now build it to become a functional product. Something that people can download, put on Play Store, App Store. People can download and make use of it. Same with website. So that is how it is. Something like this. It's just like it involves a lot of process, the sketching process, the wireframe. So look at that. It's just like hero station of the website. So this is just like examples of UI UX design. And something might you might have this. What's the difference between UI UX design and a graphic design? So I also have the pictures here. So for graphic designer, they just design printable designs, something like this, flyers. So these are the UI, the graphic designers will do this, something like this, calendar, jotter. So this is what graphic designers do. While UI UX designers, they work hand in hand with developers. So they design interface for apps, website. It involves a lot. Like you say, the UX. You don't just design. You also ask yourself, how will someone feel using this product? So the job is much. So the demand is much. So unlike a graphic designer, a UI UX design is a very top notch course, top notch skill. So a lot is required from you. So you don't just design, you also think. Do you get me? As a UI UX designer, you don't just design. In fact, the bigger work is in the thinking process. So, so that is it about the overview of UI UX design, beginner friendly explanation. And I believe I've explained it in a way that if today is the first day you are hearing UI UX design, or you've been hearing of UI UX design by now, you should have a picture of what it is.